polls right now. How does that feel?
The poll that came out earlier today shows that we have a strong lead across the state. That's great. It's just one indication of a lot of name recognition and a lot of support. We've had a tremendous amount of support, especially over the last week, and it's just a time for us to work twice as hard to make sure our message gets further out across the state and we keep the lead.
What is your message?
We can go onto the website there, ryandkelly.com, and you can look at my 100-day plan. It's really about freedom and prosperity here in the state of Michigan and respecting our Constitution and making sure that we have available prosperity for all of our citizens.
I know, in your campaign literature, you talk about eliminating, mask requirements and any COVID protocols, but outside of that, what do you want the people in Michigan to know about your policies?
Education is extremely important. Yesterday we saw Dana Nessel made the comment that a drag queen in every school is something that is needed, and I think that academics in our school is what is needed, and removing federal dollars from our education system here in the state of Michigan, getting rid of Common Core, critical race theory, social emotional learning, diversity, equity, and inclusion, all of the things that are driving our students' test scores down, is driving enrollment down while our spending is going up. We need to be educating our students with those academics that will help them have a prosperous future no matter where they live in the entire state.
I know today, following your hearing, a judge said that you can't carry a firearm. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, there's going to be more that we have discussions on everything with how the case is going to unfold. And as of right now, we had the hearing today and we'll follow everything through the case fully.
Were you shocked to hear that?
A little bit, yes. I didn't know what to expect, and we'll see where things go from here.
I know a lot of the other candidates running for governor on the Republican side kind of stood up for you when you were arrested the same day as the trials were supposed to start. What are your thoughts on your arrest in general?
Yeah, so it's just another one of these no coincidence in the timing, right? The J6 primetime committees start, and they have Joe Biden on Jimmy Kimmel talking about arresting his political opponents. Less than 12 hours later, I'm arrested. But in Michigan, we saw the plot to kidnap the governor in 2020, which was D.C. meddling in our elections here in the state of Michigan. And that's what it seems to be here again with this, politically motivated and timing no coincidence. So it's one of those things where, we're going to get through this, and it's brought a lot of support to our camp, which I'm appreciative of as well.
What do you say about the videos and the pictures they have? They're saying that was you at the insurrection.
Sure, right. We'll talk more about that later as things unfold through the court process here. There was no crime that was committed that day in January 6th. Maybe the crime is doing well in the Michigan governor race.
But you are saying that was you in the pictures?
I'm not making any comment on that right now. Yep.
Again, I think, you mentioned education. Anything else you want people in Michigan to know what you stand for, what they can expect from you as a governor?
You can expect as governor that I'm going to uphold the individual rights of the citizens of our state, that I will be focusing on driving economic markers that will help with inflation, such as producing more petroleum-based products here in the state of Michigan to lower our fuel prices for farmers and truckers and everyday citizens. That's the thing that we see right now that is the main issue of all of our citizens across the state. As you drive by the gas station and see $5 or $6 gas. We'll be doing things to drive manufacturing in the state of Michigan, potentially lowering corporate tax rates or other markers that will help to bring companies to the state, focusing on energy production. As we're shutting down nuclear power plants, Governor Kelley will bring to the state of Michigan us becoming an agreement state so that we can take control of our nuclear energy program, create a robust nuclear energy program to have affordable, reliable, and inexpensive energy that will help consumers, bring businesses to the state of Michigan, help drive down energy costs. Keeping Line 5 open is extremely critical in our state, focusing on the things that matter most to the Michiganders here in our state.
In the photos and the videos, the person in them was seen wearing a black and white American flag. Some people say that's like a sign of rebellion. What does that mean to you?
What does that mean to me? I guess that's their opinion. I don't know if is that an actual definition.
No.
I'm not really sure. Yeah.
No, what does the black and white American flag mean? What do you think that stands for?
Yeah. I guess I don't know the definition on what that stands for.
I'm trying to think. Is there any? Well, there's been a lot of, because 5 candidates were disqualified. You you were arrested, I was talking to, an expert in political science, and he feels like that could have a negative impact on people turning out to the polls because a lot of people may lose faith in the election process. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that our supporters have become extremely activated and engaged. And I think more so now than ever before, we see where there's individuals across the entire state that are sick of the direction that our state and our country is going. And we don't want to go just a different direction, we want to go the other direction. And we see these political motivated charges, we see the narrative that is being pushed by the left. At the same time, we see the riots that happened in 2020 throughout America with no repercussions, no consequences, and the same people that are trying to criminalize January 6th were championing all of those things that were happening across America at that time. People want to see a different direction for our state and for our country, and the polls are showing that I'm the candidate that they want to get behind.
In what direction would you lead the state in?
A state of freedom, prosperity, respecting our Constitution, upholding our individual liberties, and upholding the American Republic.
I read that one of the candidates said that you were arrested in front of your children. Is that accurate?
That is accurate. The FBI raided my home in front of my wife and in front of my children. More details on that story to come as well of what that experience was like.
Are you upset?
It doesn't make me happy, I can tell you that much, and it doesn't make them happy. It was definitely a traumatic experience for them.
Stemming from the hearings today, how has that process made you feel? Do you feel like you're being treated fairly? Do you think you're getting due process?
I haven't really put much thought into it. I've been on the phone ever since the hearing stopped, and now I'm out here at this event today.
What do you think it says that you being arrested in connection to the January 6th insurrection helped your campaign?
So first of all, January 6th insurrection, those I believe are those are baseless claims, in regard to that being an insurrection. No one has been charged with insurrection, and as mentioned before, since the arrest happened, support has been tremendous. There's been so many phone calls, emails, text messages, even letters that people have wrote to me in strong support. It's been incredible. I'm humbled by the amount of people that have been in support, and the polling numbers are showing that support as well.
I know you're from the west side, you're here on the east side today. Anything
Yes.
You want to say to people around here?
I've been on the east side a lot. Since I announced on February 1st of 2021, I've spent time all over our great state, which is what's helped me in the polls because I've spent the least amount of money, raised the least amount of money, and I'm leading the polls as Michigan's front runner now for the third straight poll in a row. I love meeting with the people all across the state. Over here in Macomb County, I've spent so much time, have so much support, and I'm really grateful to be here again tonight.
I believe you're a real estate broker. You're looking at two people who are in the process of buying a house right now.
All right.
Housing market is crazy. Anything you want to say to people? Interest rates just went up.
They are very high right now. I think that's going to be affecting the real estate market, the ability to sell and the ability to buy at the prices things are at, and we may see some sort of an adjustment coming in the future. The housing market really drives the rest of our entire economy, and so I think there's going to be some changes that might happen in the near future.
Anything I missed? Anything you want to talk about that we haven't covered?
I don't think so. That's a lot. You're only going to use a little bit of it anyway.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah, for sure. Thank